everyone, Luke Smith here. This is going to go out Saturday afternoon because it's like gone 1 p.m, 1 a.m. So I just finished watching the final episode of The Walking Dead: Dead City, the newest, one of the newest spin-offs of The Walking Dead show, set in 2026, and the second season is set in 2027. There's a 1 year gap in the timeline between both. To be fair, it's actually really good. I'm actually enjoying it. I thought I probably wasn't going to enjoy it as much as the Daryl Dixon season, but this is actually pretty alright. The first season has 6 episodes. Some episodes are like 30 something minutes, some is like 40 odd minutes. So it's a bit of a mishmash of the actual time frame of each or duration of each episode, but they do actually cram a bit in. Basically, the premise is Maggie's son, Herschel, gets kidnapped by a group of people, and Maggie teams up with Negan to go to Manhattan and try to rescue him. Negan, on the other hand, is in trouble with the Babylon police or Babylon authorities, because he killed I believe it was a magistrate, and he's basically got a bounty on his head over it. So he's trying to evade the marshals as well. So he ends up going with Maggie to help rescue her son. When they get into the city, that's where all the main shit goes down. They find a group of people. They track down this old woman who leads them to another base of others who you'd think are bad people, but they turn out to be semi-helpful, even though they end up getting killed in the middle of the season. But it also finds out who actually kidnapped Herschel. Turns out that it's a guy called the Croat, a old guy. I believe he sounds German to me. He sounds German. It's probably another accent, but it does sound German to me. He actually leads a group of people, and it turns out that you see in a flashback in one of the episodes that he was a part of Negan's crew, the Saviors, but they ended up kicking him out, mainly because he liked to talk to children, and that's something that Negan will not do. He will not allow killing children or torturing children, that sort of thing. So they ended up kicking him out, and he ended up forming his own crew in Manhattan and kidnaps children. So yeah, he's fulfilled his wish, but they're basically, that's the thing, it didn't really show his full potential in this one, mainly because they put him out as a frail old man, which is what he is, but he wants to basically create a new sanctuary. Turns out later on in the episodes, later on episode 5 and 6, you find out that there's a theatre that he goes to, and a woman called the Drama, well, as it's put in the cast list I'm looking at here, she's actually the main ringleader of it. And at the end, it turns out that she basically wants to reform, renew the sanctuary how it was when Negan was in control, back many years ago. And yeah, it's basically what one of those is there are things happening in between. There was a really interesting enemy that I did actually enjoyed seeing, when Maggie and, oh, by the way, I'm completely skipping over this. Negan has a an adopted child that her father died months ago, and Negan took her under his wing. The child is mute because basically lost her voice due to the shock of her father's death. Negan decided to look after her. So yeah, there is a scene where Maggie and a group of people from where they met in episode 2, they actually go and escape from the Croats base in the football stadium. They go into the underground, into the sewers. Obviously, there's bodies everywhere. It's all corpses everywhere. It's horrible. And they basically have to wear gas masks and that in order to breathe, because obviously rotting flesh. And the two people that she was with end up getting killed, and her and Ginny, which is the mute girl, end up in the the lower sanctum. Ginny escapes through the ladder, and it turns out that all these walkers has been here for so long, they basically fuse together, and this giant walker comes out fused by multiple walkers, aka a walker rat king. Basically almost similar to the rat king in the Last of Us 2 video game, which I cannot wait to see in the actual series. I hope they put that in season 3. I bloody hope they do. But that was a very interesting enemy to see. Maggie took it down with no problems, because Maggie. But yeah, that was actually a good scene. It's nice to see a new type of walker for a change, because I was starts getting stale. We later turn out when later find out when Negan and Ginny reunites, that Negan obviously he killed a magistrate. That person turned out to be her father, and obviously that pissed off Ginny, and she buggered off with the main marshal of the Babylon Police, which by that time was teamed up with Negan to try to escape from the Croat. And he ends up taking her back to the mainland, back to the base, back to the community that she was with, because she ran off to actually find Negan again. So she's actually back there, and basically at the end they decide to make a trade. They go to Croat's base. Negan agrees to go with the Croat, while he releases Herschel, and they go back to I'm guessing the hilltop at the end, because Maggie owns the hilltop now for the past few years. So they end up going back there, and Negan, still in Manhattan, gets to meet the drama, the woman behind it all, and find out that she ended up cutting Herschel's toe. Supposedly she cut Herschel's toe off and presented it to Negan in a box, which is fucked up. And that is when she tells Negan that she wants to basically reborn the sanctuary and make it as Negan had it back when he was the leader of the sanctuary. So it looks like in season 2 they are going to be covering more of Liam Drama and Negan, and it looks like, obviously it's 8 episodes in season 2. It looks like Maggie may be returning back to the back to Manhattan to try and basically see what Negan's up to, because it looks like Negan might go back to the dark side again in season 2. So yeah, really interesting, to be fair. There was a lot to unpack in season 1. Yeah, season 2 is set in 2027. There's a time jump. It was released in, I think it was released, season 2 was released in 2024. We are going to get season 3, which is the final season, May, not May, spring, summertime of this year, so I can't wait for that. It's good thing I'm watching all the episodes. So yeah, after I've watched the last episode of season 2, I'll review that, and later on today you will be able to see and it looks like another Daniel Larson update. There's some more information about the latest February 3rd court hearing, the continuation one. So watch out for that, and I will see you guys next time.